Hi everyone, Ashlyn Keys a YouTube channel. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about what happened with this whole couch situation. So on a website, I'm not going to say where because I don't want to get in trouble or anything like that, but on a social media website, me and my husband found a really nice couch and we ended up buying it, and it was a futon, and it's very, very nice. So we thought, okay, let's get rid of our other couch and get another new couch. So we went to get rid of our old couch, and mind you, that couch was very comfortable. It wasn't in the best shape because it was so old. We've had it for like 5 years. But like we the kids loved it. You know, it was comfortable. It was one of those like really soft couches that just it kind of like a pillow couch, like you could just sink into it. Anyhow, we've had it for like almost 5 or 6 years, so it was time to let it go. We get on social media and we go to find a new couch, and we saw this perfect mint condition, like 1970s or 60s couch. It was plaid. The material was a little rough because that's the way the material was made back then. And the inside of the couch cushions were like foam. So, anyhow, um, my husband and me and the guy from this social media thing made a deal, and the guy said $10, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so awesome, are you sure you don't want more? And the guy's like, no, $10 is fine. And I'm like, okay, cool, we'll be there in the evening to get it. And he's like, we might be at a football game, so if you guys want to pick it up, I'll leave it outside, and then you can put the money in the mailbox. And so me and my husband go there. We get my husband's company truck and go there. And mind you, this place was 40 minutes away, and which isn't that far, especially in like bigger states like California and stuff like that. But like for Cedar Rapids, Iowa, that's far away. That's like going out of your way. So we went out of our way to get this couch. And also, I have to add, it was a hideaway bed, so it folded out into a bed. So it was like a plus because it was this mint condition 1960s or 70s platted couch, brown and tan, and uh, just other dark browns in it. And I'll put the picture on the like on the thumbnail or thumbtack, whatever you guys call it on YouTube. So, anyways, yeah. So we my husband goes to load it up, and as he goes to load it up, my husband and our friend didn't smell anything, and there didn't see anything wrong with the couch, and there wasn't anything wrong with the couch. So they loaded it up in the truck. I was sitting in the truck, so I did not touch this couch. I saw what it looked like, and that's it. I didn't touch the couch. But here we go. Here's where the story starts. So, my husband and our friend, we get home, and 40 minutes back home. And we get back home, and my husband and our friend bring the couch in, put it against the wall, and me and my husband are sitting on it, and I'm like, it's not that comfortable, is it? Because you're tall. And he's like, it's all right. I mean, yeah, it's kind of small, but I mean, it's all right. And I'm like, do you like it? It's really cute. And my husband's like, yeah, I like it. Yeah, and I was like really excited. I was even joking around and playing like a 1970s song. I don't know if you guys have heard Badfinger, the band Badfinger, but they're awesome. But anyway, so I was like playing a song from that time era and everything, and like joking around, and I'm like, our house is going to be so cool because it's going to be vintage and retro and whatnot. Well, okay, I kind of had a tickly thing in my throat, and kind of like nasal issues, like kind of felt like I was getting a cold. And I was already sick before we picked up this couch with bronchitis or something like that. And the doctor gave me amoxicillin. And so I've been taking amoxicillin for a week now, almost a week now. And I was starting to feel better. But when we got this couch, I started declining. I'm allergic to cats and I'm allergic to mold. Now, if it was just cats that the people had that sold us the couch, that wouldn't be that big of a problem because you could just vacuum up the hairs and whatever, shampoo the couch and whatever. No, they didn't have cats. How do we know? Because we called them and they said they didn't have any. So I started smelling the couch, like literally like putting my nose up to the couch and like smelling it. And what do you know? There was a musty type smell. At first I thought it was just like an old person smell or whatever, but because the man that sold us the couch was like kind of older and he said it was his mom's couch, which means that she would be even older than him. So I thought it was just an old person's couch. Well, come to find out, I look back at the picture and there's like mold on the wall in the corner on the right side of the picture where the couch was sitting. So my husband calls the guy and he's like, yeah, this is Jason and Ashley. We just we just came and bought your couch. And I'm just calling to let you know my wife is having allergic reactions. And we were wondering if you had cats or if you guys had a mold issue. Because we noticed in the picture, after purchasing the couch, that there was in the background of the picture, if you zoom in, there was mold in the corner. And it looks like the couch may have been in the basement. And the guy gets all like offended and defensive, and he's like, "Yeah, it was in the basement. I don't know. I didn't have any mold and we don't have cats, so I don't know. I don't know what it is." He's like, "I don't want any trouble. I'll just give you the $10 back. What's your address?" And my husband's like, well, yeah, we'd like the $10 back, but I need to know if you guys had cats or any mold issues because I need to know if I need to take my wife to the doctor because she's severely allergic to mold and cats, moderately allergic to cats. So then the guy's like, no, we don't have any cats and I don't have any mold problems that we're aware of. And I don't know what to tell you. It was at my mom's house and I don't live there. So I don't know what to tell you. And I was like, my husband was like, okay, well, I'll give you my address and I guess just send me the money and I don't know what else to say. I mean, I'm not trying to start any problems. I just want to know. And then the guy was just like, yeah, I don't know. Just stick it outside. Stick it outside and try to sell it. Someone will take it. I had tons of people messaging me about it. And then I was thinking in my head after my husband got off the phone with the guy, I was thinking, if there was tons of people getting a hold of you about this couch, why the fuck wasn't the couch sold then? Why why was the couch still available? Oh, I know why. It's because it looks nice, but when you actually get up to it and you smell it, it had a musty smell, and it musty, odory smells on couches can just mean it was in a musty, moisture, old basement, but it can also mean a mildew and mold problem. So, from the way my body reacted, it obviously was telling me that I need to get the couch the fuck out of my house. So I had my poor husband had to take apart, like disassemble the couch and had to take the couch into pieces to put it in our mini storage shed outside our mobile home until this Wednesday when we can use this work truck again to put all the stuff in it to put it into the dumpster. And we have luckily another really nice lady that doesn't have cats and doesn't have a mold problem we will be purchasing a new couch from. So, but in the meantime, this is the kicker. I am sitting here with allergy symptoms. I may not sound like it, but my chest is very tight. And I am still on those antibiotics. So I have I think 9 left. And then I also have a nebulizer that I take as needed, but I've been doing it daily since this occurred. And I also have a rescue inhaler, and I take Singular if needed too. And I have Singular, so I've been taking that lately. And I usually take Benadryl every night before I go to bed, most of the time, so I can sleep because I have sleeping issues. But I mean, I wouldn't have to be doing that breathing treatment or taking my inhaler and taking Singular daily if it wasn't for that guy. And I have been paranoid ever since my husband disassembled the couch about more mold spores going into the air from that couch and having mold in our house now. But I don't think that's how it goes. I think that once you remove the item that had mold on it, I think that there may be some dust particles of it, but once it settles, and as long as nothing's like wet and in our mobile home and stuff like that, I don't think that there's a mold problem, because when we moved into our mobile home there was no mold here, because if I would know, because I'd be reacting the way my body's reacting right now. But I'm really mad because I've been sick since last week with bronchitis, and I was getting better. And now, ever since that couch came, brought the couch here on Friday, which is Monday right now. But ever since Friday, I've been feeling like kind of a little bit of tightness in my chest. So not cool, not fun, and I've been having major anxiety about this too. I don't want to get pneumonia again because I've had pneumonia before, and I remember when I had pneumonia, I could barely walk. Like I could take like 3 steps and I felt like I couldn't breathe. And I had a fever of like 100 to 103 on and off for about 3 weeks, and the doctors didn't know what it was. And finally, I had a doctor that was very nice that took a chest x-ray and found out I had fluid in my lungs and that I had pneumonia. So he put me on amoxicillin, which is what I'm on right now. And I took that and I got better and I was fine. So I'm hoping and praying that I will be fine soon, because this isn't my first exposure to mold before. We had a mobile home that we bought a couple years ago, that we didn't know had mobile home. We didn't know it had mold in, because the mold was underneath the floorboard underneath the house. It wasn't inside the house, it was underneath the house. But there was a couple holes for piping to go through, like under our kitchen sink, that um, made an opening to the bottom of our house, which made mold spores come in. And I got really, really, really sick, and I even had to go to the hospital. And what happened was my chest was tight because those little tubes in your lungs, the hole was like kind of swollen and inflamed. So I just like basically had to get away from that, like get away from the house, and we had to like demolish it and stuff because we didn't have time to sell it and all that. And so once I was away from the exposure of the mold, um, I started feeling better. I think about a week after I was exposed to it. So, and I got an allergy test done at the hospital where they poke your arm like a bunch of times to see what you react to. And then they also did a blood test on me because my arm wasn't like reacting to anything really, so, which was strange. So they did a blood test, and through the blood test, they found out I was allergic to cats and mold. So yes, so that's probably what it was with that couch, because it smelled so musty. So I've been away from the couch for about 24 hours now. So I'm hoping that in the next couple days, or even by tomorrow, I start feeling better. So please say prayers for me, and I wouldn't be buying from anybody like couches and stuff like that unless you really, really like smell the couch and ask them if they have animals, if you're allergic to cats or dogs, and ask them questions about where it was stored and stuff like that. Like if it was stored in a storage shed or garage, a basement, anything like that. Because if it was stored anywhere like that, you probably don't want to buy it because if it might have mold, it might have cat or dog hair on it or something like that. And if you don't know, then yeah, you'll get sick and have a reaction like me. So, not fun, lesson learned. Just thought I would share that with you guys, and I will be on with another life topic.